Hey, welcome back to another walkthrough. This walkthrough, we're going to go through Word Chapter 8, Grader Project, Entertainers. To get started, let's go ahead and download our assignment. We'll go ahead and click on the assignment here. And we'll download our materials. Once again, do not download the download all files. It downloads a zip file, makes it a little bit more difficult to save and submit it. Go ahead and download your instructions and print them out so you have them in front of you. And go ahead and download your student file and your entertainers file. And the only file we want to open up right now is our student file, the file with your name on it. And go ahead and hit enable editing. Alright, first things we want to do is we want to turn on our paragraph marks and our rulers. To turn on the paragraph marks, go to your Home tab. Under your Home tab, under the paragraph grouping, go ahead and click on this Show Hide button right here if you haven't done so already. And then also go to your View tab, and from your View tab, go ahead and put a check mark next to the ruler so it shows your rulers. Alright, so the very first thing we want to do, it says select the two-line company address. So let's go ahead and come down here and let's highlight 1300 Bayview Drive all the way down to the zip code. And it wants us to apply bold and change the font size to 12. And we'll go to our Home tab here. And under the font grouping, we'll click on B for bold. And we will change the font size to 12 point. It also wants us to change the color to teal accent 5, darker for 25%. We'll come back up here to our font group. We'll click on the down arrow. And we want to select teal accent 5, darker 25%. Looks like it is the second to the last teal color right here. Now we want to create a character style, so make sure that the title or the address is still selected. And we're going to create a new style, so we're going to come up here to our styles grouping under the Home tab. And we'll click this down arrow with the line above it. And we're going to create a style. And we're going to give this style the name of address. Make sure you spell address properly. And then go ahead and hit OK. And now that we've created that address style, we'll come down here to where it says Mark Graber Entertainment Director. Go ahead and highlight that whole line, Mark Graber. And then come up here to our styles grouping, click the down arrow with the line above it, and find the address style right here. Alright, for step number 3, it wants us to start a letters mail merge using your student data file entertainers. To do this, we will come to our mailings tab. And what we're going to do here is we are going to create a letter that will automatically personalize it for people that you send it to. Think of those mailers that you get from the bank or car dealerships that has your name. Oftentimes it's in a big bold letters, everything's capitalized. Those are form letters that they just happen to do a mail merge and they put in your information into a standard letter. And that's what we're going to do here. So let's go up here to the Start Mail Merge, and we're going to do a step-by-step mail merge wizard. And we'll bring over, it'll open up our side mail merge here. And we want to put a dot next to letters because we're going to do letters. And then come down here to our next starting document. We'll click next. And we want to use our current document. So we'll put a dot next to that and hit next, select recipients. And here we are going to use an existing list. So make sure you have a dot next to existing list and then click on browse. Now, if you downloaded your file, hopefully it is under the downloads folder. So we'll go ahead and find our downloads folder. And from our downloads folder, here it is, our entertainers spreadsheet. We'll click on that and hit open. And right here is our entertainers. I'm going to hit OK. And it wants us to sort the data source to display the postal code field in ascending order. So we'll come over here to our sort group here, and we'll click on sort. And it says it wants us to sort the data source by postal code. So we'll go ahead and click on this down here arrow here, and we'll find postal code. And we'll hit OK. And then it wants us to filter it so we only see the role of singer. So we'll go ahead and come right down here to where it says filter. And from filter, we will filter by field. We want to do by role. So go ahead and scroll down until you find role. And equal to, we want to type in singer. And make sure you capitalize singer. And hit OK. And then looks like we're done here. So go ahead and hit OK again. And let's go ahead and hit next, write your letter. So now this is where we're going to add in our fields that will be personalized. So it says position the insertion point in the blank paragraph following the date. So this blank paragraph right here underneath the date. And it wants us to hit enter 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it wants us to insert the address block merge field. So I'm going to come up here to my write and insert fields. And I have address block right here. I'm going to click on address block. And I believe I just want to use the, it wants us to match the street with address 1. So I'm going to come over here to where it says match fields. From match fields, I'm going to find where it says address 1. And I'm going to make this street right here. Boom, address 1, and make sure it says street next to it. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and then hit OK. And notice now it'll say address block right there. Now it wants me to hit enter 2 times, so 1, 2. And it wants us to insert the greeting line. So I'm going to come back up here to my write and insert fields. Go ahead and click on greeting line. And we're just going to leave everything default. So go ahead and hit OK and hit enter 1 time. So notice now we have our blocks here. So when we go to merge this, it's going to put the address of whatever singer is here. It's going to give them a greeting line, which will have their personalized name. Now it wants us to find in the paragraph that begins, because you have. So let's see, because you have worked at one of our cruises, position to the past. So right here, right before the comma, in the past, right before that comma, we want to do hit the space bar, type in as a, space bar 1 more time. And this time we're going to come up here and under our write and insert fields, I'm going to click on this insert merge field. And I'm going to select role. And now it'll say, because you've worked on one of our cruises in the past, as a, and then role. And that will once again fill in for us automatically when we do our mail merge. All right, so let's go ahead and hit next, preview our letters. And notice how it puts in the address for us, it puts in their personalized name, and it puts in exactly what role they had here. So it looks like we're done. We're going to go ahead and complete the merge. Individual letters. And we're going to make sure all are selected and hit OK. And it's going to open us up in a new text document. And notice we had 3 singers, so we should now have 3 personalized documents. One for Benjamin Cox, one for Miss Green, and then one for Howard Fulcher. All right, so now that we have all of this done, let's go ahead and save this document as Entertainers Merged. So let's go to the File tab here. Let's hit Save As. And we'll go ahead and I'm gonna save it in my Downloads folder, just so it's gonna be in the same file as my other student file. So I'm gonna click on Downloads, and I'm gonna save this as entertainers merged. And hit save. Now it wants us to add document properties that includes entertainers merged. So let's go ahead and let's hit on our file tab here. Under our file tab here, we're going to come over here to show all properties. And under tags, we're going to click on add a tag, and we're going to type in all lowercase entertainers, comma space merged. Under the subject, I'm going to type in CGS. And then it wants to make sure our name is displayed. So where it says Go Series here, right click on Go Series, hit Remove Person, and then go ahead and type in your name. All right, we are done with this particular document. So let's go ahead and hit the Save button again. And go ahead and hit the File and Close. And it will take us back to our regular document here. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to exit out of this whole mail merge thing. I'm done with that. I'm going to come up here to the File tab. And I'm going to click on New. And I'm going to click on Blank Document. And on this blank document, it says it wants us to create a directory mail merge. All right, easy enough. We're going to go back to our Mailings tab here. We're going to click on Start Mail Merge and go all the way back down to a step-by-step mail merge wizard. This time we are doing a directory, so put a dot next to directory and hit Next Starting Document. We are going to go ahead and use the current document, so go ahead and hit Next, select Recipients. And we're going to use an existing list. This time we're going to hit Browse again. Once again, the document that we're using should be under the Downloads folder. So I'm going to click on Downloads. And we're going to use the same W08G entertainers. And hit Open. And go ahead and hit OK. For this, it wants us to sort the data source by role field in ascending order and then insert the file name in the footer. So I'm going to hit the Sort button here. And it wants me to sort by the role. So I'm going to hit the down arrow and I'm going to find role and in ascending order. So go ahead and hit OK. And once we're done there, we can go ahead and hit OK. Now it wants us to put the file name in the footer. So we can go ahead and come up here to our Insert tab. And from our Insert tab, I can come over here to our Header Footer, click on Footer, and go all the way down to Edit Footer. Once we're in the footer here, I can come up to my Insert grouping and click on Document Info. And I can add in the file name. And close the header and footer. All right, for step number 7, it says on the horizontal ruler, set left tab stops at the 3-inch mark and the 5-inch mark. Once again, that is the reason why we put the ruler up here. So come over here, and I want you to hover all the way over to the left-hand side, and there's this little icon right here. Hover over that, and it should say left tab stop. We want to set left tab stops at the 3-inch mark. So it says left tab stop. We're good. So I can come over here and just underneath the 3 on the toolbar here, I'm going to click once, which will put a left tab stop in there. Notice the little icon that I put there. And I want to do the same thing at the 5-inch mark. So I'm going to just go right below the 5 and click once on the toolbar or the ruler. And now I have that icon there. And what that will do is when I hit the tab key, it will automatically move it to here. And then when I hit the tab key again, it will automatically move it to there. So now it wants me to insert the first name merged field. So to do this, I'm going to click back on my Mailings tab here and go over here to Insert Merged Field. I'm going to click the down arrow and I'm going to do first name. Then I'm going to hit the space bar And I'm going to hit merged field again, and I'm going to do last name. So first name, last name. I'm going to hit the tab key, and notice it'll take me to the 3-inch mark. It wants me to insert the home phone, so I'm going to come back up here to my insert merged field, and I'm going to go ahead and put home phone. Hit the tab key again, it'll move me to the 5-inch mark. And I'm going to put in the role. So I'm going to come up here to insert merge field, and I'm going to select role. And after I put in that field, it wants me to hit enter, so I'm going to hit enter. And now we can go ahead and come back to our mail merge here. We can hit next, arrange our directory. And since we've already added in our fields, we can go ahead and just hit next, preview our directory. And this is what it's going to show up as, although we're going to have more people here, but this is the format it's going to show us. And then go ahead and hit next, complete the merge. And we are going to go ahead into a new document. And we're going to do all and hit OK. And here it is. Here is all of our singers, dancers, actors, and magicians that we have, all the roles that we have on file. So now it says at the top of the document, insert a blank line. So I'm already up here. I'm going to click right before the T in Todd, and I'm going to hit the enter button, which will take me down one line. Then I'm going to click on the newly created line here, and I want to type in Caribbean customized. And once I've typed in Caribbean customized, I want to hit enter, and I want to type in available entertainers. And then I'm going to hit the enter button one more time. I'm going to type in name, capital N, hit the tab key, type in home phone, capital H, capital P, and hit the tab key again and type in talent, capital T. Now it says select the first two paragraphs. I'm going to select Caribbean customized and available entertainers. I'm going to change my font size, so go to the Home tab. Under the font grouping, change the font size to 16. We're going to bold it, so hit bold. And now we're going to highlight name, home phone, and talent, and we're going to bold and underline it. And I'm going to click off, and this is what our document should look like. So let's go ahead and save this. So let's hit the File tab here and hit Save As. And I'm going to save it in my Downloads folder again. So I want to hit Downloads. And I'm going to save this as Entertainers Directory. So Entertainers Directory, and hit the Save button. Alright, so now for step number 11, it says open up your Entertainers Directory. Which we have our entertainers directory right here. This is the one that we have open. Go ahead and select the entire document. So I want you to go ahead and hold down the Control key and hit A. Once you hit Control A, notice how it will select the entire document. Then I want you to go ahead and hold down Control C, which will copy. And now it wants us to open up our entertainers merged document. So let's go back and let's navigate to our, go ahead and navigate to our downloads folder. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to find my downloads folder. There it is, downloads folder. Here's my entertainers merged document right here. So I'm going to double click on that and open it up. It was that document that has the 3 letters on it. So it wants us to press Control End. So hold down the Control key and hit End, which will take us to the bottom of the document. Once we're at the bottom of the document, go ahead and come up here to our Layout tab. From our Layout tab, we're going to go to Page Setup Grouping, click on Breaks, and we are going to do a Next Page Break. So we're going to find Next Page Break right here, Next Page. And now that we're here, we want to hold down our Control key and hit V. Control V pastes our copied document at the very bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double check everything. Make sure you have the 3 letters. And make sure you have the Caribbean customized at the end. Go ahead and hit the Save button because we are done. When we submit our file, make sure you submit your entertainers merged file. Do not submit the file that has your name on it. The file we want to turn in is the entertainers merged. So I'm going to close out of this. And I'm going to close out of this document. And I'm going to go ahead and close out of my downloads folder if I still have it there. I have this document 1. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. I don't want to save it. And then I have my student file. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. I don't want to save it. And now I should get back to my download starting materials. I'm going to close out of this. And I'm going to choose my file. And I'm going to go to my downloads folder. And I'm going to find, once again, I'm going to submit the entertainers merged document. Do not download or submit your student file, the one that has your name on it. You'll get a bad grade. You want the entertainers merged document and hit open and upload and then submit for grading. All right, so I'm going to check and see how well I did. I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way back down on my assignment list. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. I'm going to go ahead and view my submissions. And it looks like I got 100%. If you got something less than 100%, you can click on it. And you can go through and scroll down to see what you've done wrong, and you can fix it and then resubmit it for a better grade. Once again, if you need to contact me through Canvas, and have a wonderful day.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel, as I'll be posting new walkthroughs and tech tips each week. Check back regularly for new content, and have a wonderful day.